some of the biggest stuff that you taught me is like think about what you're like. I don't know, like you just one you really pushed me to keep going because like when in the times that I was really like struggling, and when I got to think about it, so when I got like really challenging stuff, like it, and I was like, dude, like rents, dude, this stuff, I gotta pay this, that, whatever, and like I have to buy leads. Like, oh my gosh, like it was like hard to stomach in those moments. But I think what you taught me is like, dude, keep going because it's all gonna click one day. I remember that, dude, and I remember it happening, and dude, it was insane. Like literally, like you were like, in 90 days, it's gonna all like everything's gonna click, and I was like, okay. So we're 1 month in, and like that's when we're talking, and then all of a sudden, the fourth month, like I'm pretty sure, like it was the week of the like 18th or 19th through something, but I actually started in March, which was the third month. So yeah, that was like literally almost 4 exact months, almost 90 days to the T. And you're like, dude, it's all gonna click one day, and you're gonna be like, what just happened? And all of a sudden, it did when I did 25,000 in a week, and I'm like, bro, what in the world? Like, we literally talk about that of like, in 90 days, it's gonna happen. I literally called you because I got to think about it, and I got to pay bills. Literally that week, and all of a sudden that week, I'm turning. I need to think about it into sales. They're thanking me. They're like, thank you so much. Like sending a few people to me, and it's like the crazy transition from that. And I think like you believed in me before I could even believe in myself, and even did believe in myself. Like I remember you yelling at me like, you're a millionaire, you're a billionaire, nobody's telling you that. And I'm like, you're right. But it's like, did I really think about that? Was I really thinking about that? I was just only thinking about 100,000 or 200,000 or a couple 100,000. And you saw the bigger picture in me. And
That's
I
the
think
thing right there is you cap yourself in your mind because people call it a subconscious. I cannot stand that word because what does sub mean?
sub,
Less,
I don't know.
less than or
Less. Yeah,
under.
yeah, yeah.
Less than or under. The thing that's keeping you alive, I would not necessarily consider that as anything less than. It's just what you're not aware of currently. Like if I ask you how many degrees are in a right angle, Johnny, 90, right? But you weren't aware of that consciously a while ago. But anytime you need something, your unconscious will provide it to you. Like when we were
Yeah.
doing our timeline therapy, you're like, oh, I forgot all about that. Like your unconscious is your best friend. It's a 7-year-old Johnny driving the bus. Do you want to give him the old dial up internet written out instructions that you got from Bing? Or do you want to plug in the TomTom and show him the blue line to follow?
Yeah.
So keep it simple because your perception is your projection. But people, they say, well, I just want to make 100,000 and they cap themselves to activity that's only going to generate that. And they fall short by
Yeah.
like 10,000. They wonder why they can never get to the next level. Well, if you make it a million and you hit 900,000, well, you blew 100K out of the water. Why? You had
Yeah.
different increments or measuring sticks. Like my measuring stick right now is how many $10,000 courses I can buy. My measuring stick back in the day used to be how many McChickens can I afford at McDonald's. I remember living off
Yeah.
McChickens for like 8 months straight. I mean, you're talking about $4 a day for 2 McChickens and a large drink. And that's what I lived off of.
Yeah.
So it's just how can we increase that unit of measurement? Because what we
Yeah. one
measure
hundred percent.
multiplies.
Yeah. 100%. It's when you start hanging around people who are talking about spending like large amounts of money, like quick, it's like, it's not really like large for them. And I think like that's one of the biggest things too. Like, I don't hesitate now being able to pay into that, like pay into more stuff because I know that it comes back so much quicker.